I mean, we can tolerate these sorts of things even if these projects aren't perfect. But when the Federal Reserve prints trillions, especially in benign times, it changes everything. And it almost is a signal to the rest of Congress, we're doing it and so can you. So let's just go back to the essence of quantitative easing for a moment. QE1, which by the way, at the time we tried to market it, this worked for about a week as credit easing. That was our preferred nomenclature. QE sort of took off without us. And what did we say then? We debated internally whether to do this. And the story goes something like this, Peter. Secretary Paulson, he's issuing bonds on Monday and Tuesday. What do you say we buy them on Thursday and Friday? And I don't believe in betraying the confidences of those that were sitting around tables, but I recall one person saying, well, that sounds like a Ponzi scheme. What else do you have to save us from the global financial crisis? Explanations were given. Small versions of this were done by the Bank of Japan about a decade prior, but nothing quite like this. And we weren't quite sure how it would work, but it turns out it worked, and it was radical at the time. Now, if you turn to economic textbooks, even introductory economics, they talk about this as like standard operating procedure. It seemed like a roll of the dice then, but we were in roll of the dice time, so we took it. But that was QE1. I supported it, and I supported it with many colleagues under the view of, we're going to put this very dangerous, risky stuff back behind the covered glass until there's another crisis. We really never did that. So the story you were going to tell about the subsequent QEs during a period that I would say was reasonably strong growth, reasonably stable financial markets, reasonable periods of stable prices. We started doing it for all seasons and all reasons. And in so doing, we raised the bar for when another crisis hits, because whatever you were doing couldn't possibly be enough. I should only note one other thing. You're cleansing my biography, and I should be grateful. I resigned.
You did?
When QE2 was launched.
In 2010.
And, all right, I left in early 2011. My colleagues, including Chairman Bernanke, who I mentioned, for whom I had great respect as a warfighter, he and my colleagues at the Fed decided that we should keep on doing it.
On what grounds?
Well,
if you could make the best argument for their case that you could, what would the argument be?
So we don't see any costs. We have found a free lunch. Look around, asset prices are higher. Markets are filled with more liquidity. The economy is good. And gosh, if we take it away, we don't know what would happen. And in some sense, they broke, in my view, the bargain that was struck.